How's it going, guys? Got another best of three for you from the Warpstone Cup. This time it'll be Sallinator up against Hamster Berserker. I'm not sure what the bands were like, but Kislev apparently got through, and definitely wouldn't like to face Sallinator on the Kislev. But Human Berserker is repping good old Skaven. Brought the rats to play, and I'm excited to see what they're up to up against Kislev. I imagine it'd be a pretty hard matchup to win for Skaven, but well, I guess just for most factions, Kislev is, something else. Or rather, they're just annoying, I suppose, to play against for some factions, and they're just super cost effective. Either way, let's get into it. I switch on a horse with the Guardian Call for that Snow Leopard summon, Hellstorm, and Hawks of Mishka. I always call it Mishka, but nonetheless. That is it for Lords of the Heroes. We got for a front line, no surprise there, a bunch of armored Kossars for those, just a fantastic, extremely durable infantry, especially coupled with, of course, their Byar Blood Passive, and just, yeah, incredible all around, even with their missile strength nerf. We also have a bunch of things in the woods. Two, is it just the two? Am I missing another one? Not, so just the two. Surprised no ROR, but nonetheless, Kostovite Dervishes and Griffin Legion on the right flank. Left flank, we have two Griffin Legion and one Kostovite Dervish. And no, there's three. Wow, I cannot count. My God, there's three of them. We also have for the skirmish machine a bunch of horse archers, or just two. Skaven side, we are going to have Ike Claw on his Doomwell, most likely. Yes, Doomwell with Brass Orb, unlimited power for that power recharge rate, Storm Demon, and Warp Lightning, plus, of course, Flensing Rune. So, typical Ike kit. Though I don't usually see Storm Demon a lot. Eshin Sorcerer, whoa, okay, cool, little tech here. So wait. Two spellcasters? Why though? I guess in case Ike Claw gets sniped out. Either way, Eshin Sorcerer does have Warp Stars, so just gonna be casting that super cheap Warp Star spell, which is a lot more, I guess, viable now considering the magic missile change. So they're a lot better now. I kind of like them. Very cheap spell. We have a bunch of Skaven slaves for the front line. No surprises there, and back line. Plus, your typical Rat Ogre build. We have the Wheels of Doom. Wow, Doom will ROR. That should be pretty cool. Let's see how this does. What is the difference? I don't really know, honestly, what the difference is between. Do they cost? Is it because of terror? No. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's like the missiles are different. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the missiles are better. I don't know. Better runners as well for the skirmishing side for the Skaven. Let's get into this. I've already talked enough. Too much of my voice. Ike Claw just getting whittled down a little bit by that skirmish machine. He's also going to get on top of these Kosovite Dervishes, do a fantastic amount of damage, and stop them from... The Skaven players are attempting to stop the Kosovite Dervishes from getting over to the Gutter Runners, though they are going to get charged by the Horse Archers instead. Skaven frontline getting into the Kislev fights. We also have the Rat Ogres helping out as well, though they are getting shot by Kossars. In return, the things of the woods are also getting into the fight as well, helping deal with those Rat Ogres and Skaven. A huge charge in from the Griffin Legion. Of course, Skaven slaves, even with their spears, are going to hate that. Rat Ogres getting a nice charge in on the things in the woods. I'd assume that'd be a relatively even fight. I'm not sure, though. I've never seen them fight together. But Gutter Runners, what just happened here? Kosovite Dervishes, I think, got ran off. Yeah, they got ran off completely. I'm not sure if it was by the Wheels of Doom or what. Or maybe it was the Gutter Runner poisoned. Yeah, they seem to have got quite a few kills. Maybe they got ambushed. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, one Kosovite Dervish off the field. Rat Ogres are taking a bit of damage, though, as the Griffin Legion have come in to support and deal a drastic amount of damage. The ROR Duma is coming over to help out, though. Things in the woods are being bogged down by spears, but then another massive Griffin Legion charge to the rear of the Skaven, and yeah, those Skaven are gone. I'm not sure what just hit the ice switch. Maybe it was Warp Stars. I'm not sure, but that did a decent chunk amount of damage. Infantry obviously collapsing for the Skaven side. No surprise there. Rat Ogres routing. Hopefully the Rat Ogres are going to come back eventually, but Ike Claw getting into the Griffin Legion. Might be able to drag this Griffin Legion down with all these spears and the Rat Ogres. Griffin Legion, or rather Kislev Cav in general, really only essentially do extremely well whenever they get the actual charge off because of that glorious charge there, which is fantastic. But if they're being dragged down here, like by Ikeclaw, without them being engaged, then without them getting their charge off, then they can have a pretty tough time there. Though obviously, with Buyer Blood and that 110 armor, it's gonna take a while. Costlight Dervish is coming back, gonna be running down those gutter runners. Wheels of Doom getting some work done on the Griffin Legion, doing okay. Might getting probably most of the shots that are doing the work. Though we do have that Snow Leopard coming in, and might do some good work against that Wheels of Doom. That's perfect. That's what it's perfect against, with that anti-large and the Frostbite to slow it down, reducing it to what, 50 speed. It's still pretty speedy, but the Snow Leopard will catch up very quickly with that 90 speed. Things in the Wood pushing into the back line of the Skaven, getting on top of the gutter runners, which is not fantastic for the Skaven. That's Things in the Woods. That's where they thrive, getting into those weak, frail-boned Skaven. Though, in the meanwhile, gutter runners can shoot at them while they're getting charged down. Eshin Sorcerer unfortunately gets caught out by the Things in the Wood and possibly starts to rout there. He's at 17 leadership, but he comes back up to 26 with the help of the Rat Ogres coming over to support. We also have some Skaven Slay Spears as well coming to support as well. But yeah, a big ol', what is that thing called again? I completely forgot. Hellstorm, yeah, hitting those Rat Ogres, and they're going to be running away. Kossar's going to start shooting in as well, though. Yeah, the front line is looking mid-condition there for the Kislev side, and no surprise there. That's typically how you're always going to see the Kislev side. Kossar's just either full HP or like less than half HP and still standing with like 60 leadership because they're freaking Kossars. And for Kislev, Cleansing Rune, is this an Overcasted one? Yep, Overcasted one hitting the Ice Switch and the Things in the Woods. Gonna do some decent work there. Things in the Wood pushing past, getting out of that spell range, and gonna try to get around the Eshin Sorcerer, try to catch him out again. Hawks of Niska hitting the Rat Ogre, and ultimately Skaven Slave, which is gonna be doing some pretty good work. Wreckers do run off, especially after being shot so much by the Kossars. Griffin Legion probably going to come over and finish them off. Another, what is this? Another, yeah, Warp Stars, whatever they're called, hitting that Ice Switch. Doing some good work, honestly. I didn't know that's what that it was used for. I thought it was just used for chipping down on infantry, but apparently it's good for sniping out SCs as well, or Lords. Wheels of Doom doing some okay work against the Griffin Legion, but in the forest, it is a large... I don't know if this is considered forest area. It might not be. But either way, not exactly a perfect place for it to be, but it is tying down an entire unit of Griffin Legion. But as well, vice versa, it is, you know, tying down an ROR will unit. Very, not super expensive, but it is expensive unit for the Skaven side. When that Wills of Doom could be running through Kossars, Armored Kossars doing fantastic work. That's where the Will of Doom wants to be, running through these Kossars with that AP anti-infantry plus those fantastic missiles. But unfortunately, it's tied down by Armored Kossars. But, you know, it's getting those shots into them, and it's pretty good work. Things in the Woods also rely on physical resistance with only 35 armor, so getting those magic shots in could, you know, helps whittle them down as well. Gutter runners running off after getting charged by Griffin Legion. Who can blame them? Kind of got sandwiched by them. But yeah, look at the state of the battlefield we got here. We got a whole bunch of armored Kossars plus voice archers and decent health Griffin Legion. I say decent. If it was any other cav or different faction, I wouldn't be saying decent, because armored Kossars can still put a lot of work in with that low HP. Things of the Woods finishing off these, or rather fighting with the Rat Ogres. The Rat Ogres might win that, who knows. They do have that phase res again. Things in the Woods. The Things in the Woods actually get terrified by the Wheels of Doom. It's really coming in clutch here. It's doing great work. Griffin Legion going to chase down these gutter runners or run them off. Wow, actually, Things in the Wood... Okay, I thought they died. Yeah, Ikeclaw is going to be really tough to deal with here. If it's just infantry, yeah. Wow, we're blindly hitting them. Plus the brass orb as well. Ikeclaw just loves this situation here. 2 Doom Wheels against a bunch of armored infantry and cav. I mean, I can see it winning here. I can see Skaven pull a little win back out here, but the Wheels of Doom does get routed off, and that's gonna, you know, move the balance of power of it, but then move it back once Icky Claw gets that huge Flensing Ruin hitting all of these armored Kossars, which is fantastic for Ikit. But yeah, there's nothing really here to contend with Ikit, and the Essence Sorcerer is still up. I'm not sure what happened to the Kislevites Lord. Maybe she routed off. I'm not sure, but or maybe she died. Who knows? Let's see. Let's check the leadership for the Kislevites. Yeah, Lord died out. So the Lord probably got sniped out by the Eshin Sorcerer, which is pretty fantastic. And that actually might result in a Skaven win here. Kislevites actually routing off and not, just sitting idly by for 30 seconds or 25 seconds with the unbreakable status. No way. Skaven actually going to clutch this out, huh? I believe it, and I am hoping for it. I was hoping that the Wheels of Doom would come back, but it did its good work. Rat Ogres getting shot to pieces by these Kossars and armored Kossars. Immediately going to rout off because no surprise there. They are Rat Ogres at the end of the day. Ikit Claw was taking some shots as well, but he does have 110 armor, so we'll mitigate some of it. But he is getting charged down by the Griffin Legion, who are exhausted. So, I mean, Ikit Claw is still going to get a nice rundown on these Kossars, and Ikit, he's doing his best here. Can he clutch it out for the Skaven? Eshin Sorcerer gets routed off, might be finished off here. Ikit Claw just trying to whittle down all these Kossars. He does get another volley into the face there by these freaking armored Kossars and their pistols. But yeah, he's just slowly getting whittled down. Can he clutch it? I don't know. The Griffin Legion is doing so much damage, and yeah, he almost got another Flensing Ruin. Actually, I think he did got that Flensing Ruin off before he routed off. Ikit Claw is such an awesome raid boss. Such a good match there. I was really rooting for Skaven there. They almost came back. But yeah, the Griffin Legion are just real bastards. They can win you those games with just so much gusto. They're so freaking good. Oh my god. 253 here on the Ice Witch. Wow, I did not know that Warp Stars were really the Lord sniping spell there. That coupled with Flensing Ruin is a nasty, nasty combo. And I mean, sniping out Kislevi's caster is pretty important there for the Skaven side. But obviously didn't result in a win, with Griffin Legion clutching it out. 1584 on these guys, 1546, and 539 on this one. These two picking up 2 chevrons each. Yeah, I mean, they took care of the ROR Doomwell. They took care of Ikit. They took care of like pretty much all the Rat Ogres. They essentially dealt with the entire army there at that point. Because like Skaven Slaves are probably barely worth anything. I guarantee you a lot of the value has to do with the Eshin Sorcerer, Ikit, and the Rat Ogres, really. I mean, they weren't even the main reason why Ikit died, or like Ikit routed off. So he's not the main source of their value there. So it was mostly just the Gutter Runners, Rat Ogres, and Eshin Sorcerer there, like the 3 biggest pieces of the Skaven roster, especially in this fight. Obviously, aside from Ikit, but Ikit can't clutch it all, as you guys can see. So yeah, just Griffin Legion's so freaking hard to deal with, even with Rat Ogres, man. Things in the woods make it so much harder for them as well. 863 here, 733 here, just getting through that front line, just like butter, massacring those poor, cute little rats who get nothing wrong, by the way. They are cute little rats. Don't call the witch hunter. Don't stop. Anyways, they did great. Armored Kossars did fine. They are just a holding unit. For the Skaven side, however, 3280 here on Ikit just did great, running down Kossite dervishes, getting through the infantry like freaking butter. That's probably where he racked up a lot of his value there. Just those massive Flensing Ruins there, on just that massive Flensing Ruin there on the armored Kossar blob, just running through them and getting some great shots into the I forgot what they're called here. Griffin Legion. I almost called them Winged Lancers, but yeah, nonetheless, yeah, just great flensing ruins and good, a pretty good brass orb cast. Might have gotten two off. I didn't see, but Etch and Swisher also did good there. 653. I don't even know how much he costs base with just Warp Star, but I'm sure he's very, very cheap. 256 here. Yeah, he sniped out the Kisleite Lord. No surprise there. And he did his work. He even provides encourage, so kind of keeps the rats in a little longer than. And he stayed through. He stayed during the fight. Surprisingly, once he got surrounded by the things in the woods, I thought he was gonna be gone or killed off, but especially when the rat ogres ran away. But he stayed surprisingly. The most bravest of rats, outshining even. No, I didn't say that. I'm sorry, I get 256, 779 on the gutter runners. Did good stuff there. Rat ogres unfortunately got butchered. Yeah, Skaven, they did their best. Little freaking little slaves. 1,000 value here on the Wheels of Doom. Yeah, did not pay for itself in any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I don't. I can't even guess at what this cost. I'm guessing maybe 1,300, somewhere around that. Maybe even 1,500. But yeah, it didn't really get the opportunity to do what it's really intended for. Make proper use out of it. If it would have been perfect for running down a lot of the armor costs, actually dealing with them early, but Kislev just has so much to protect that and get on top of these fast skirmishing units or just these important pieces for most of the factions, like bogging them down with annoying Griffin Legion who just poke and prod at you the entire time. Yeah, it had a tough time, but it was still cool to see. I never see that thing ever. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time with the second match. Bye bye.